Will Jiang Han clear his name, or is this just the beginning of a much larger scheme? This chapter is shorter than usual, but don't blink. Every moment counts. Jiang Han stumbled backward, his breath ragged as his pursuers closed in. Just as he thought he had run out of options, a commanding voice cut through the chaos. "What are you doing? Don't you know private fighting is forbidden within Piaozhui City?" The moment the words were spoken, the pursuers froze in place. Their eyes widened in fear as they turned toward the figure on horseback. Yan Ruo sat atop her majestic white horse, her piercing gaze sweeping across the scene. The woman at the back of the group subtly stepped aside, leaving the man at the forefront to step forward, adjusting his grip on the sword behind his back. With a forced smile, he spoke, "Miss Yan, this man is a traitor to the Jiang family. We caught him red-handed and were about to arrest him for stealing medical pills and formulas." The man thought to himself, "Rumors say Yan Ruo is strict and enforces the law without bias. It seems those rumors are true." Yan Ruo's gaze lingered on the young man before her, her expression unreadable. "Stealing pills?" she repeated, still seated elegantly atop her horse. Jiang Han stood behind her, barely catching his breath as he listened. The man quickly pointed toward him and declared, "That's right. This person is Jiang Han. He betrayed the Jiang family for his own selfish desires. This is a heinous crime." Jiang Han, standing behind Yan Ruo's horse, clenched his fists. His heart pounded as he thought, "Damn these two scheming dogs. They'll stop at nothing to ruin me." Yan Ruo turned her gaze toward him, looking down from her horse. "Jiang Han, you are infamous." Jiang Han's eyes widened in shock. "What's going on?" he thought, stunned by her cold demeanor. The man standing before her grinned mischievously, seizing the moment. "Jiang Han, you ungrateful ingrate. You betrayed your master and ancestors. Surrender now." He clutched his sword, his knuckles turning white. Jiang Han narrowed his eyes, his voice sharp as he shouted, "You're so cruel. You knew I was naive, and you used my love for Lin Hu to deceive me into stealing the Jiang family's pills and formulas." Both pursuers flinched at his words. Lin Hu's face tensed as she realized the situation was turning against her. Jiang Han continued, his voice breaking. "Just as I sacrificed everything to give those formulas to Lin Hu, I discovered you two in secret, engaging in a passionate rendezvous in this wild forest." He clutched his chest, his hand trembling as tears welled up in his eyes. "Whether I feel wronged or not doesn't matter. I was willing to keep it to myself, but Lin Hu, you come from a noble family." Yan Ruo silently observed his emotional outburst, while Lin Hu and her accomplice, Jiang Han, started sweating. They knew this wasn't good. Jiang Han gritted his teeth, his voice laced with anger. "Now that you have the formulas, you toss me aside, and worse, you want to kill me to silence me?" One of the pursuers could no longer stand by and listen. With a growl, he lunged at Jiang Han, sword glistening under the sunlight. "Traitor Jiang Han, stop making excuses and framing Miss Lin Hu." The sword shot forward, aimed straight for Jiang Han's throat. "Adulterers!" Jiang Han shouted in defiance, his voice shaking the forest. "Miss Yan is here, and you still dare to be so arrogant?" Lin Hu's expression twisted with fury. "You—" The blade was inches away from Jiang Han's face. His heart pounded, but just before the cold steel could touch his skin. A flash of blue, Yan Ruo had moved. With effortless grace, she caught the sword between her fingers, stopping it mere inches from Jiang Han's neck. The attacker's eyes widened in horror. What is this?" he stammered, his grip on the sword trembling. Yan Ruo looked down at him with cold authority. "I think I should personally bring this man back to the Jiang family and let them determine the truth." Jiang Han let out a slow breath, sweat dripping down his face as he stared at the sword that had nearly ended him. "That was close. That fool almost took your grandpa's life." Jiang Han, still gripping his own weapon, clenched his jaw as he spoke. "I heard His Highness the Crown Prince intends to marry Miss Yan. My elder brother Zhang Yuan serves as his close confidant. Soon we will all be part of the Jun Wang's mansion." His voice wavered slightly, his confidence shaken. "I hope Miss Yan will not interfere in this matter." Jiang Han, standing behind Yan Ruo, smirked. What kind of crown prince is that? He's not even worthy of carrying Miss Yan's shoes, let alone marrying her. Yan Ruo's grip on the sword loosened slightly as Jiang Han continued. Sounds like the Zhan Wang's mansion isn't such a good place after all. Jiang Heng's face darkened. You dare insult His Highness? Lin Hu, kill him! Green lightning crackled around Jiang Heng's sword, while behind him, Lin Hu summoned a surge of purple lightning, her eyes burning with anger. Jiang Han braced himself. Just before the attack could land, boom! A terrifying aura burst forth as Yan Ruo drew her sword. Blue lightning crackled in the air, and 3 powerful orbs formed overhead. The sheer force of her energy threw the 3 attackers backward. Lin Hu shielded her face, her eyes widening in fear. Third pulse meridian mirror? She stumbled backward, sweat dripping from her brow. At her age, to already have such strength, she thought. I'm so unwilling. Jiang Han, standing behind Yan Ruo, couldn't hide his shock. Unbelievable. Still, he smirked, looking at his enemies with amusement. Come on, kill me if you dare. His confidence enraged Lin Hu, who clenched her fists. Just as she was about to charge, Jiang Han placed a hand in front of her, stopping her. Unexpectedly, she has broken through to the 3rd rank. But will Miss Yan really protect Jiang Han? He hesitated, his mind racing. If His Highness, the Crown Prince, blames us? Before he could finish the thought, Yan Ruo's aura surged once more. She gripped her sword tightly. Leave! Now! Jiang Han swallowed hard. Realizing there was no winning this, he forced a sneer. Forget it! For the sake of the Yan family, I'll spare his dog life today. He turned away, glaring at Jiang Han. Remember this. If I ever catch you again, you'll wish you were dead. Lin Hu hesitated before following, but not before casting one final hateful glance at Jiang Han. Jiang Han grinned and picked his nose mockingly. Go ahead, we won't see you off. His laughter was short-lived as he suddenly felt Yan Ruo's sword against his neck. Sweat dripped from his forehead. She stared at him coldly. You're coming with me to Jiang Manor. Jiang Han forced a smile. By the way, I have a way to stop you from marrying that cruel crown prince. Yan Ruo narrowed her eyes. What way? Jiang Han is playing a dangerous game where one wrong move could cost him everything. Can he turn the tables on those who betrayed him? Or will he fall into another deadly trap? And with that being said, Manhwa Warriors, we're going to bring this video to an end. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will catch you all later.